Struggling to get more streams on Spotify? You don't need a better track, you need a better strategy. And it all starts with Instagram. Too many artists post their release and pray for plays. But what if you could use Instagram content to trigger the algorithm, which then builds followers and gets more people listening to your music? In this video, I'm going to show you how to grow your Spotify fan base with my 3Gs strategy: gather, give, and grow. And it's the exact method I've used with producers over the last 10 years, helping them go from a few hundred monthly listeners to packed out dance floors and long-term streaming success. Stick with me to the end and I'll show you how to get your track straight into fans' inboxes inside Instagram. It's a cheeky little hack. So let's get into this. Here's the truth. Spotify can be incredible for discovery, especially with playlists like Discover Weekly and Release Radar. Both those playlists respond to momentum that starts outside of Spotify, and that starts with your content, your Instagram, your world. So if you're releasing music and hoping the algorithm will save you, you are missing the bigger picture, my friends. You're not just trying to get streams, you're trying to build a real fan base on and off Spotify, because the more Spotify followers you have, the more support you get on release day automatically. What are the 3Gs? Gather, give, and grow. They're in my new book. But today, I'm breaking them down for you as a Spotify strategy. Here's the false belief. I hear this all the time. If my track is good enough, Spotify will do the work. Or even, I'm not on Spotify much, so I don't focus on it. But here's the thing. Your fans are, your peers are, your competitors are, the world is. And the algorithm doesn't care how much you use Spotify. It cares how other people care about your music. You could have the best track in your genre, but if there's no buzz, no activity, no momentum, it just disappears. Like thousands of tracks that are uploaded every single day. Spotify can be powerful for discovery through Release Radar, Discover Weekly, and the algorithmic playlists. But these don't happen by magic. They're triggered by early signals: follows, saves, shares, skip rate, engagement. These are all magic, and then most of these signals, they can start off platform, especially on places like Instagram, where your story, your vibe, and your content pull people in. If you're ignoring Spotify or treating it like an upload and hope situation, you are missing the bigger opportunity to build a long-term fan base. That's where the 3Gs come in. This is how we build momentum before the release even hits Spotify. So let me show you how. The first G, gather. This is all about attracting the right people before the release even arrives. And here's why this matters. Every time someone follows you on Spotify, you increase the chance of your music hitting the release radar. And that's free. Algorithmic promo direct into their inbox on day one. So the more followers you have, the bigger your launch window, and the more likely your track will snowball into playlists like Discover Weekly and even Fresh Finds. And then you're already behind if you're only promoting during your release week. Instead, start thinking of your content in campaigns. During a release, push your streams and pre-saves. And then between releases, switch to follower campaigns. You can run Instagram Reels showing behind the scenes clips, DJ moments, teasers of unreleased music, and then direct fans to follow you on Spotify to hear it first. And this is what I call priming the algorithm, feeding the monkey. You're feeding Spotify with fresh signals every week and not just praying for support when the track drops. And it's not just about more followers, it's about the right followers. People who really like your genre, your content, your energy. That way, when your track hits their feed, they're ready to stream. And by the way, exciting news, if you're finding this helpful, my new book, Gather, Give, and Grow, delves deep into how to use Instagram to build your real fan base. It's the exact framework we're using in this video, just fully focused on content, audience building, and growing your reach on Instagram. And when you apply it right, it powers your growth on platforms like Spotify too. If you're ready to finally get consistent with your content and start building momentum between releases, grab the book below or comment 3G's book and I'll give you the link. Go and grab it today. It's a #1 on Amazon and it's packed with strategy, examples, and real world stuff that works for artists today. Now, let's get on to the second G. And this is where most artists fall off. You've gathered your followers, but now what? Too many artists drop a track, post about it once, and go silent until the next release. And that kills your momentum. Spotify rewards activity and not just quality. So you need to give your fans a reason to keep coming back. And here's how. Firstly, monthly releases. That builds monthly momentum. Plan your releases in advance, not just one track at a time. Thinking quarters, thinking years. That consistency keeps your Spotify in rotation. And if you're struggling to hit your release cadence, 2 words: collab strategy. Working with other artists means shared audiences, double the promo, and fresh energy for both of your brands. It can honestly be one of the biggest unlocks right now for growth. Remixes are great too, especially when you're remixing someone with an existing following and then they support it. Number 2, use your Spotify bio like a little mini blog. Most artists leave it blank. Big mistake. Your bio space could give fans context. What inspired the track? Where was it made? What does it mean to you? That emotional backstory makes your music stickier. It gives most people a reason to follow, not just listen. Number 3, use Instagram to keep giving. Reels, carousels are super powerful tools for reaching new fans, and they're where your content meets potential listeners and where your brand really shines. Let's start with Reels, because right now Instagram is favouring original content. And guess what? You already have most of this in your original piece of your music. Here's how to use it powerfully. Clip your track off DJ sets. If it's from a live gig, studio shots, or even live stream footage, go live and play your tracks. Or go cinematic. Tie your music to high quality B-roll footage that creates a mood, a vibe, a feeling. And that B-roll, it's just outside your front door. We've been saying this to some of our course members lately. One of them lives in Cannes, and the other one lives in the South Downs. Absolutely stunning places in the world. But wherever you live, I can guarantee there's something unique about it. Take your iPhone, go for a walk, film in 5, 10, 15 seconds of smooth footage in different parts of your area. Grab a cheap phone holder or a gimbal, and I'll link the one I use below. It's like 20 quid. Hold it steady and pan slowly. Capture the world and layer your music underneath it. That's authentic, original content, and it stands out, and no one's going to have it right because it's your place and your music. Do this a few times a week and you'll have a library of mood-driven content for every release. It's also good for your body, your mind, your creativity to get outside and get some fresh air. So win-win. Carousels give you more space to go deeper, and that depth builds loyalty. Break down your production journey. Even if it's just you cycling through 20 kick drums going duk, 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 duk. For the right one, make it funny, make it real. Show that this is what your making music looks like. People will resonate with it. Tell the story of a collab. How did you meet? What inspired the session? Dig through your camera roll, pull out old clips or selfies, bring fans into the journey, or drop a production tip. Maybe you processed a vocal in a weird way, or you layered a sound using a technique other artists would love. Share it. That is value. Here's something most people miss. Instagram captions are now searchable, the bit where you type, so do not waste that space. Use your captions to tell the story. Drop the lyrics or lines that mean something to you. Share what moment of that track that was made for. Mention the genre, the mood, and the vibe, and use words people would search, because that's how Instagram can show your post to new people. This kind of storytelling doesn't just give you more views, it gives a reason to people to follow you on Spotify because they now feel invested. Okay, the final G is grow, and this is about taking everything you've built and amplifying it. You've gathered followers, you've given them value, you've given them content, you've given a connection. Now it's time to turn that attention into action and real Spotify momentum. And here's how to do it. Number 1, use the Instagram and Spotify button. Instagram recently added a new feature that's massive for artists. When someone hears your track in a reel, they can now hit Spotify button and instantly save it to their libraries. It's frictionless, and that's powerful. So start creating reels with your own music attached to it. Use B-roll like we talked about. Use live stream clips, use gig footage, and make it easy for people to connect with your track and add that call to action, add to playlist. This is the first time we've had this kind of crossover between platforms, so use it. Number 2, run campaigns with influencers and music pages. Want to reach a wider audience without starting from scratch? You don't need massive following, you need smart distribution, and that's where dance music pages like the Tribes Network come in. They aren't just meme pages or random post accounts, they've built an audience of millions of real people who love dance music. And at the time of the recording, they've got over 40 million people across the world in a combined reach. That's so powerful for your discoverability, and it should be an absolute part of your marketing campaigns for each release. Why'd you ask? Because they're not just reposting content, they're blowing up tracks. Look at the Odin and Fatson track, Lauren. That track exploded because of their network, and they helped turn a great moment from a festival into this viral wave, and it actually built this track. And it's not just that one. Since then, they've had loads and loads of tracks gain serious momentum. And it's not because they've got a major label backing, but because it's great content amplified through their network. Here's what to do. Create a reel with a killer moment. Maybe it's a crowd reaction or a stunning bit of B-roll or your track being played by a massive DJ. If you get one of those type of clips, they're gold. Make sure the quality is strong, clean visuals, clear energy, and then reach out to their team and even say, Graham sent me. Ask about running a campaign across the network. It's like getting Spotify editorial placement, but on Instagram with an audience that's primed to discover new music and follow you as an artist behind it. It's going to blow up your Spotify and blow up your Instagram. If you've already got that moment, don't let it die in your feed. Expand it, amplify it, and that one clip could introduce you to thousands and thousands of new fans. Number 3, use ManyChat to slide into DMs. This is one for the strategists, for artists who want to go beyond likes and actually into conversations that build fans. With ManyChat, you can set up an automated Instagram DM flow that delivers your track straight into people's inboxes. No links in bio needed. Here's how it works. You post a reel featuring your track, and in the caption you say, comment with a word and I'll DM you the Spotify link. ManyChat handles the rest. It instantly sends a message with your Spotify link. Instagram now shows that a Spotify link player in that DM, so you can actually stream it without leaving the app. How sick is that? That's not just promo, it's a connection and a personal exchange. People like that, and people are way more likely to listen to that when they get it direct, in a one-to-one message that feels like you're reaching out to them. So how can you use ManyChat as an artist, a DJ, a producer, so you can slot this into your release campaign? Let me give you a real world example. We released a track on Data Transmission called Believe in the Music by Better Than Lex. It's a banger, go and listen to it. For that release, we set up a trigger word using ManyChat called Believe DT, all one word. Now, whenever someone comments Believe DT on a post or on a story, they get an automated DM with the Spotify link. And the cool part is the Spotify player shows up in that chat, like I said earlier. So you can just press play immediately, no switching apps, no friction, just music. And even better than that, Instagram lets you comment directly under the track in the DM, which means you can create a two-way momentum around your music. Right there, it's personal. It's powerful, and it opens the door for more conversation, more engagement, and more loyal fans. Want to see this in action? Don't just take my word for it. Go and try it out. Head to Data Transmission on Instagram, find our story or comment Believe DT on any post, and you'll get the full ManyChat flow right in your inbox. And a day later, a bot will then check in, did you ever listen? Just in case you were out and you spotted it and you wanted to listen the next day, it offers you another way and preferred platform to follow up on. And that's just marketing, that's artist level strategy. If you have made it this far, you are clearly serious about growing on Spotify. You're not just releasing music, you're building a career. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start using a strategy that actually works, then it's time to check out the Artist Blueprint. This is my full artist development program, which helps DJs and producers grow their social media, release smarter, build real audiences, and actually get traction and not just hope for it. You'll get weekly group coaching calls, step-by-step content strategies, feedback on your releases, branding, and Spotify growth. Our private community of artists are on the same journey as you, and you get full access to everything I've learned in building our audiences and momentum for hundreds and hundreds of artists over the last decade. This is where the real work happens, where you go from random posts and passive plays to actual fans, real momentum, and long-term growth. So if you're ready to take the next step, hit the link below or comment Blueprint, and we'll jump on a quick call, have a chat, see where you're at, and see if the course fits you. So there it is, gather, give, grow, the 3 Gs of Spotify. And this isn't just about getting more streams, it's about building fans, building connections, and building a music career that actually lasts. Use Instagram to drive discovery, use storytelling to give value, use strategy to grow with intent. If this video has helped you, drop a comment below with which G you're focusing on next, and I'll reply personally. And if you want to go even deeper into the full gather, give, and grow strategy for Instagram, then you need to watch this video. It's where I break down the full 3 Gs method specifically for Instagram growth. It's a big one for me, and if you've enjoyed this video or any of my videos, I'd love you to watch this one next. Go and check it out, and I will see you over there. See you soon. Bye-bye.